Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to Sullivan Field here in Los Alamos on a beautiful, beautiful October afternoon. And we will have boys soccer, the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Pojoaque Valley Elks. And this is a district contest. And Hilltoppers right now are pretty much in the driver's seat in district. They have not lost a district game. This will be the last district game that they will play. They still have a couple of games on. They have one more game on Saturday, but this will end the regular district season. In fact, Saturday will end the rock soccer season period as far as the regular season goes. Next week, we will start the playoffs, and if I understand the schedule, it's going to be to seed the teams on Sunday, and then the top four, if they follow the format they followed before, the top four will get a bye, and all the games are going to be played except for the finals, are going to be played at the school of the higher seed. So if Los Alamos does get the bye, then their first game would be not on Tuesday. They get a bye on Tuesday, but then they would play next weekend and Friday or Saturday, depending on what they decide to schedule up. But right now, what we're looking at here is the Pojoaque Elks, and the Elks coming into the ball game. They are 3-11-3 on the season, and 0-4-1 in district play. They tied Moriarty. They defeated. Let's see, Pojoaque. Let's see, they defeated Taos. Okay, sorry. They defeated Taos. They defeated Moriarty, and then they lost to Los Alamos 6-0. Let's see, I got that backwards. They lost to Taos, lost to Moriarty, and then lost to Los Alamos, and then they ended up tying Moriarty in their second game. The Hilltoppers are 12-4-1, and they're 5-0 in district play. And of course, they beat all the opponents except Pojoaque. They defeated Moriarty 7-0-4-0, Taos 2-0-5-0, and the first time they met Pojoaque down in Pojoaque, they won that one 6-0. The goalie for the Elks is Omar Hernandez, and he's had a pretty busy year. He has 139 saves to his credit, which means a goal. And when you look at the other side, you look at Kenny Lynn, the goalie for Los Alamos, and he has 53 saves, which means that they haven't been shooting at him very much, and he gives up about about one and a third goals per game, as it turns out. But anyway, 53 saves, and it just shows that the rest of the team does a pretty good job on offense, and also pretty good defense with the pullbacks, and they don't allow very many shots on goal, and that's kind of all there is to it. The leading scorer for Los Alamos is Stephen Boone. He's got 13 goals to his credit. Alex Livskew sitting there with 10, and Tahina Hosa has 6, and Ebera Hatinga has 4 goals on the season. And this will be the 15th game of the season for these topper boys, coached by Ron Blue, and Pojoaque is coached by Juan Ortiz. And we should be ready to go here pretty quick. Let's see, it looks like the captains of the teams are over there meeting with the officials. So they toss a coin, all that, to see who gets to kick off. And I'm not sure what the big advantage is. In football, you kind of play a strategy. If you win a toss, you can receive, or if you want to wait and postpone that reception until the half, then you can defer, as they call it. But I'm not sure what in soccer what you kick off. Once you kick off, I guess you kind of control the exact start, but that's about all you control in soccer. After that, it's just chaos. So Anyway, this is Gene Martinson, and my good buddy Mike Mays not able to make it again today. So solo broadcast here today. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll have Charlene McHale back. She'll be doing the board and the commercials and all that kind of stuff, while John McHale down on the field along with Nate Limback. And they'll be taking the great pictures and the great photographs that they do, and the ones that they post up on the video portion of the YouTube channel, the Daily Post YouTube channel. I want to thank the Daily Post for making it possible for us to do these ball games. We were kind of in limbo for a while, and then Carol Clark, she picked up the ball and got us going, and met with John McHale and late Nate Limback, and the three of them worked out a pretty nice deal for all of us around concerned. And so that put us back on the air once again. It's great to be back on the air here doing Hilltopper Sports. That's easy. But this week been an interesting week. The girls soccer volleyball team, they went up against Pojoaque. That's always a classic battle. And for Joe Palmer, who's the head coach of the volleyball team, he took over in mid-season in 2018 and ended up winning the district championship. And then after that, he won 3 more in a row. So he's won 4 district championships the 4 years that he's coached. But right now, this year, and every year, it's been Pojoaque has been the thorn in his side. But they have prevailed against the Elkettes, and they've had some classic battles. Tuesday night they had what I hope to be a classic battle, except Pojoaque dominated the first 2 sets. Los Alamos dominated the 3rd set. The 4th set was what we expected. Pretty even, hard-fought battle. Pojoaque ending up pulling it up by 3. But those two teams will meet again the last game of the season, and we're about ready to go here at Sullivan Field. And it looks like Pojoaque is going to kick off to start things off. And standing out there in the center circle all by himself. Let's see, is that a mystery player? Nope, it's not. That's Mateo Nagel. So he starts off things off for Pojoaque. Pojoaque trying to come down with it. It's coming down to Shiv Khalsa down the right sideline. And this one's going to go out of bounds to get away from the Hilltoppers. Couldn't do anything with it. So it's going to be a throw-in for Pojoaque deep in their own territory. The goalie for Pojoaque, Omar Hernandez. The goalie for Los Alamos is Kenny Lynn. So Moriarty, a little header down to the right side of the penalty box. And there's a crossing pass. So it'll be a throw-in for Los Alamos. Well, let's see. I guess they'll have to. Don't have any ball shaggers today, so they're going to have to chase the ball down as usual. So that ball, for some reason, seems to be able to go an awful long way. It's going to be a throw-in for the Hilltoppers. Tahina Hosa will make the throw-in. They are deep in Moriarty territory right now. They're going to bring it back out to the fullbacks all the way in the center circle, and so they're going to start from there. They bring it down the right sideline. Stolen away by Pojoaque. Nice steal that time by Noah Gallegos. And there's a through ball for coming through. Albera Hatinga picks it up for Los Alamos, is able to scoot it back up down the right sideline. But Pojoaque right there. So Pojoaque giving Los Alamos everything they can handle at this point as and now coming through for Los Alamos. We're going to have a pass over on the right sideline. That one is going to go to Stephen to Lenny Siviaski, and Siviaski can't get to it. It's going to go out of bounds. So it's going to be a throw in for Moriarty deep in their own territory. And so they bring it in. They're trying to get it out of there. Los Alamos is picking it up. And now the Hilltoppers have control, trying to come down the left sideline. They were on the right sideline. They rolled it all the way across to the other sideline. Now they bring it back to one of the fullbacks and over to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa doing a good job of dribbling that. And he's going to set up right in Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa, a little touch pass over, trying to get it over to Ty Hinojosa, and then coming out of nowhere for Los Alamos. And kind of a little crossing shot, and that goes over the top of the goal. And so that's going to make it a goal kick. And so right now Shiv Khalsa with it after the goal kick, short goal kick. They roll it right over to the right side of the goal. And it looked like they had something going on that one, because coming down that right side of the goal. I mean, we have right now a Pojoaque player down, but that was Lenny Sibiowski coming down the right side of the goal, and he had two defenders on him, and one of the defenders they got tangled up, and one of the defenders is down, and I guess I think he wants to stay in the game, but they're going to say no, I think. And yeah, he's leaving. So, and that young man was Tilo Martinez. So I thought there was going to be a corner kick, because I thought that was booted out of bounds by Pojoaque. So they get the goal kick. And now Pojoaque on the move. Pass is blocked and rolls all the way to the other side of the field. Hilltoppers coming down the left side of the field. Gives it to Ty Hinojosa right in. He cuts right into the center. Still, he had it stolen. He steals it back. Shiv Khalsa right to Omar Hernandez. Excuse me. See if I can get rid of this. So here comes Pojoaque down the right sideline. And boy, I mean, he's absolutely swarmed by Hilltoppers. And so a shot taken by Pojoaque and blocked by Kenny Lynn, but out of bounds. So they're going to send Mateo Nagel over. He'll be in the corner on the right side of the field for Pojoaque. And he just sails over everybody, all over the pack. So it's just going to roll out of bounds. Let's see what they're calling here. I'm not sure what they're calling. Should just simply be a throw-in, but like they're going to let him kick again. Why? I have absolutely no idea. Mateo Nagel. So this is a little better kick, and then it's Hilltoppers trying to head it away, and they head it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for Moriarty, and they're about 25 yards up from the goal, from the flag on the left side, and they will make the throw in there. And so chasing the ball down was Benjamin Duran. I thought he was going to make the throw in, but he flips it over to Elijah Hall and lets Hall make the throw in. So Elijah Hall is one of the leading scorers for Pojoaque. And so it's a throw in for Pojoaque deep in their own territory. They bring it out. It's going to bounce out toward the midfield circle, picked up there by Barra Hatinga. Now we'll bring it over to Lenny Sibiowski, pass into the middle, trying to get it to Shiv Khalsa. Can't get it to him, so it's a battle for it right in front of the goal. Hilltoppers are going to line up a shot. Whoa! And Shiv Khalsa takes the shot as he approached in. He came running in. He was only about 10 yards from the goal, but he hard kicked, but right in perfect position is Omar Hernandez. So Hernandez, boy, beautiful kick downfield by Hernandez that time. And the Hilltoppers will pick it up once again. So the Hilltoppers on the attack and bring it into the midfield circle, and over now to Jackson Boone. Boone gets it to Lenny Sibiatsky. Sibiatsky trying to get it over to Ty Hinojosa, and the pass is going to go wide. Ty can't get to it, so it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Pojoaque. No, they're going to say it was off of Pojoaque, which is a surprise. I thought it was off of Los Alamos. So they bring it in now to Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa battling for it with Nicholas Rodriguez. And so it's going to go. So Rodriguez finally loses it over the end line. So that's going to give Los Alamos a goal kick. And so the Hilltoppers, they don't waste any time. They don't make the standard goal kick. They go over there with Jackson Boone and Ty Hinojosa, and the two of them kind of line up, and then sometimes they just kind of play just pass to themselves and then take off instead of the standard corner kick into the pack. So they'll just have just try to pass to each other and then try to set something up that way. That's going to be a throw in now for Los Alamos. Ty Hinojosa is going to make the throw in. It's right now it's going to come to Jackson Boone. Boone brings it into the center. Hilltopper trying to line up a shot, and it's cleared out of the way. And Hilltoppers coming in for Los Alamos that time was Lenny Sibiatsky, and he had a pretty good run at it, but a great defensive play that time by Pojoaque, by Joaquin Roybal, and he cleared it out. But for a minute, like the Sibiatsky was going to be able to do something with that. Well, right now we're in the 10th minute, 0-0 ball game. And there's a kick into the goal. Shiv Khalsa, and boy, that just came out of absolutely nowhere. They really weren't doing a whole lot in the ball. And suddenly, I didn't see who made the pass, but somebody made a pass right to Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa coming into running toward the top of the goalie box, got the pass, and all he had to do was tip it in. And I mean, that was pretty easy, but they just and that coming, like I say, in the 10th minute of this contest. So Shiv Khalsa starts things off for Los Alamos. So it's a 1-0 ball game right now. And so after the kickoff, let's see. Hold on. Yeah. I'll make some adjustments here. Rats. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. It's a 1-0 ball game. Shiv Khalsa scores in the 10th minutes to give the Hilltoppers a 1-0 lead, and Hilltoppers on the attack once again. Pass comes well. They were trying to get the pass up, to Liam Cunningham, but the pass went wide and it's just easily picked up by Omar Hernandez with a beautiful kick downfield, bouncing down, picked up by Obera Hatinga. Hatinga contains it. Going to bring it up to Lenny Sibiatsky. Sibiatsky battling for it with Pojoaque, with Elijah Hall. It's going to go out of bounds off of Elijah. Hilltoppers with a quick throw in. And Liam Cunningham fighting for it, gets it to Shiv Khalsa. They're going to call Los Alamos for some violation. I'm not sure. Maybe a handball, but they're going to let Elijah Hall make the direct kick. 5 yards deep into their own territory, right on the left sideline. Beautiful kick. Comes down into the penalty box, headed out of there for Los Alamos. And like I say, high ball like that coming down. I mean, to Ty Gartz right there to bang it away with the head, but that soccer ball it's not a very light ball, I guarantee you. So you got to really be careful when you take those kind of headers. Working with it for the Hilltoppers right now, Alex Livescu. In the center circle, there's a major battle for finishing. Finally, Shiv Khalsa wins the battle. Khalsa coming right down the middle. A pass over on the right side. And it's going to go, well, they looked like Los Alamos had something going, but the pass from Shiv Khalsa went wide as he was trying to get it to Lenny Sibiotsky. The throw-in is picked up by Los Alamos, and there's another shot by the Hilltoppers, and this one taken by Alex Livescu. And so Livescu, his shot goes wide. Livescu has 10 goals on the season. Leading scorer for Los Alamos is Stephen Boone. He has 13. So right now, the Hilltoppers pass down the left sideline. They're Hinojosa heading for it, cannot get to it. So it's going to be a goal kick, it looks like. Yes, a goal kick. So Omar Hernandez, bright pink shirt. Lets everyone know he's the goalie. And this is a very, very short kick. It comes down only went about 30 yards, and so the Hilltoppers pick it up easily. And there's a shot by the Hilltoppers that's going to go wide left, and so taking the shot for Los Alamos that time, and that was Alex Livescu. And his shot goes wide, so Omar Hernandez is going to put it down. He is going to kick it away with a goal kick, another short kick. So when he makes a goal kick, he's not as effective as when he can just boot it. But his goal kicks have been very, very short. Goes out of bounds, and so Lenny Sibiotsky will inbound it for Los Alamos. He's about 25 yards up from the flag on the right side. Pass over, comes over onto the right side of the penalty box. And a big gang over there, and now everybody's kicking at that ball. And let's see, it's going to roll out of bounds, I do believe. Let's see who. And I think they're going to say it's out for Los Alamos. Nope, they're not. Or maybe, yes, they are. I don't understand. Pojoaque ends up getting somebody, goes over, takes the ball over to the sideline, then waits and hands it to somebody else to make the throw in. So this one now is going to be a corner kick for Los Alamos as Pojoaque boots it over the end line. And so in the corner right now is Jackson Boone. And he's had some great corner kicks. This one's going to come right down into the pack, but right there is Omar Hernandez. So it came right down the middle of the pack. Good corner kick. But Omar Hernandez, he just reached out and grabbed it, and that's all there was to it. Long kick downfield by Omar. Well, when he can boot it, when he has a free boot, well, I mean, he can kill that thing. But he's not so effective when he has to kick it off the ground. So the Hilltoppers are in the midfield circle. They're going to bring it up to Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa down the right sideline. Gets to Liam Cunningham. Cunningham trying to get it over right now to Alex Livescu. Hilltoppers are going to make the throw in. They quickly make the throw in. Comes to Liam Cunningham, and then Pojoaque is able to boot it out. All the Hilltopper fullbacks are all inside they are all now in Moriarty territory, every one of them. Hilltoppers on a major attack. There's a shot, and this one is going to go flying over the top of the goal. And so there's going to be a goal kick for Los Alamos, and that shot taken by Alex Livescu. over the top of the goal. So it'll be a goal kick once again for Pojoaque. And the Hilltoppers leading 1-0 at this moment in the 17th minute. So another very short goal kick by Omar Hernandez, and goes out of bounds off Los Alamos. Moriarty will have the throw in there, about 25 yards up from the flag on the left side of the field. High throw in. Going to take a high bounce, picked up by Los Alamos, ball bouncing around. Hilltopper trying to get it down. It's going to be, here comes a header. A header comes down to Talon Stanfield. And then he boots it upfield. And a nice defensive play that time for Pojoaque, as getting that ball out of there in a hurry that time was Tilo Martinez. So we have a player down. It's a Moriarty player, so stop play for the moment. We're in the 18th minute of this contest, but we may have some extra time here. The official keeps the official time on the field. The clock is just unofficial. So in a case like this, the clock is still running, but the official will have turned off his little stopwatch. But we do have the player down. I want to remind everybody that tomorrow night here at Sullivan Field, it's going to be the Hilltopper football team versus Valley, and that's going to be essentially for the district championship. Whoever wins that one should do it. The injured player is Elijah Hall. Elijah not putting any weight at all on his right foot, but he's been pretty active in this ball game so far, and so that's a shame. So hopefully maybe they'll get him fixed up and he can make it back. But I think this is probably his last game of the season, Elijah, but he's only a sophomore. So we're about ready to go here. And so the Hilltoppers are going to have a free kick. They're 5 yards deep in their own territory. The ball sitting right on the left hash mark of the football field. Long kick. And that's going to go out of bounds. So he put a boot in it. That was a Barra Hatinga. He clobbered that thing, but it's going to go out of bounds right by the flag. And so actually it goes over the end line by the flag. So Omar Hernandez boots it up. Pojoaque picks it up. Now the Hilltoppers pick it up. 1-0 lead for Los Alamos right now in this first half of play. Coming down now to Lenny Siviatsky. He will bring it back over to Talon Stanfield. Stanfield back to Abera Hatinga. Hilltoppers are going to roll it over to Talon Stanfield on the other side of the field. So finally now the Hilltoppers finally get moving toward the Moriarty. Oh, nope, they're going to take it back again now. They pass to Lenny Siviatsky down the right sideline. He can't get to it. So the Hilltoppers brought the ball back to the fullbacks, all three of them, and they just kind of played around with it out there, playing a little keep away. Then a quick shot passed down to Lenny Siviatsky, and boy, I mean, that was way over his head and out of bounds. So the throw in by Pojoaque is, and they throw it, it comes right to Lenny, to Shiv Khalsa. Actually hit him in the side of the head, or he let it hit him in the side of the head. And so he used that as a header situation. So Shiv with it, again, working with it, gets it to Lenny Siviatsky. Siviatsky dribbling over toward the center of the field. They'll drop it off over to Lorenzo Delzano. Delzano gets it to Tai Hinojosa. Hinojosa trying to get it back to Lorenzo. Kena is going to go over the end line, so we're going to have another goal kick for, I do believe it is a goal kick. Let's see what they're calling. No, they're going to say it went out of bounds before the flag, so it's a Moriarty throw in. The Moriarty will throw it in. Moriarty now gets control momentarily. The ball comes in the center circle over to Abera Hatinga. Hatinga get it up to Alex Livsku, and now trying to come down the left sideline. Taylon Stanfield with a great defensive play that time. Great tackle on Joaquin Roybal to scoot that ball out of bounds as Joaquin was just going straight down that sideline. Pass is going to come in, intercepted by Los Alamos on the throw in by Moriarty. Comes over to Lorenzo Delzano. Delzano gets it to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa. The ball, we have a couple of Hilltoppers go. Well, we have two players go down, and let's see. I don't think they're in the penalty box. I think they're about a yard out of it. But walking away very gingerly is John Apodaca. And I think they're going to call, they are. They're calling Moriarty for the violation. So they had a collision, and they're going to call Moriarty for the being the bad guy in a collision. Hilltoppers get a free kick. So they just they line up, and then they just roll it over. Instead of just taking the kick, they just a little tap shot, and that one. So they just pop it over to Alex Livsku. Livsku takes the shot, goes over the top of the goal. So the goal kick by Omar Hernandez, picked up by Moriarty. Moriarty trying to, and stolen away by Los Alamos, comes into the midfield circle, comes to Liam Cunningham. Cunningham is going to get it over to Lorenzo Delzano. Delzano has it stolen from him, and here comes Moriarty. There's going to be a race for it. They're coming down that left sideline. Taylon Stanfield, he clears it out of bounds. And he was step per step right now with that time with Mateo Nagel. So Mateo will throw it in, and he's about 30 yards up from the flag on the right side, picked off by Los Alamos. Los Alamos will bring it over to the right side of the left side of the field. Down the left side they go to get it to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa, great dribbling that time by Ty. As he was double teamed, gets out of the double team, brings the ball into the middle of the field, and a pass over to Shiv Khalsa on the right side. Khalsa, he centers it. Whoa, and there's the kick and the goal right there. So, and let me pick up who did that. I think I. Good play, Shivoter. Yeah. Boy. I'm pretty sure. I just wanted to be sure I've got the right kid here. Yep, Stephen Boone, leading scorer for Los Alamos. Boy, a beautiful pass from Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa coming down the right side of the penalty box, and then he just put it across to the other side. And just to the left of center was Stephen Boone, and he fired it in, and he drops it in and with the 23rd minute. And so Hilltoppers take a 2-0 lead. So Stephen Boone picks up his 14th goal of the season, and that was in the 23rd minute. And then they see, bring things up to date here. It was Alex Livsku picked up the goal, and that was in 10th minute by Alex Livsku. So, okay, I'm up to date. So right now, the ball is going to go, let's see, I think it's just going to be fired over the end line. I think they're chasing the ball. I think it might be a goal kick, but I don't know what's going on out there. Hard to see. So it's going to be a throw in for Pojoaque right in front of the flag. And so I think they don't like whatever it is, the official doesn't like it. So but he's indicating that he stops play for a moment, then he gives the ball to Los Alamos, and he lets them throw it in from that exact same spot. So I don't know if there was a violation on the throw in or what. They have certain rules for how you can throw it in. And so the Hilltoppers will throw it in nice, and this one's going to be I believe it's going to be booted. I'm trying to see which side of the flag. Went right at the flag. It's going to go right behind the flag. So that's going to make a, here we go, Jackson Boone over in the corner for Los Alamos. In the corner, he's on the right side of the field. Jackson, he zings this one way up, all the way on the other side to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa finally does get control, as and they're going to bring it back. He kicks it right back to Ty. Ty now will bring it over to Cohen McCowan. McCowan. Well, they were trying to get Shiv Khalsa lined up, but they're still going to Ty Hinojosa right in front of the penalty box. There's a big crowd there, and finally a shot taken by Los Alamos, and this one a nice save by Omar Hernandez, as that shot taken for Los Alamos by Cohen McCowan. But it was knocked over the end line by Omar, the goalie. So the Hilltoppers, so here comes Jackson Boone. Over this time, he's on the left side, on the flag on the left side, and puts those two hands up, and then nice kick comes into the pack, and it was almost headed in, trying to head it out of there. That time, one of the Moriarty players, and he actually headed it right at the goalie. If Omar hadn't been there, it would have been what they call an own goal, I guess, or the golden goal, or whatever they want to call it. So coming down that left sideline, Moriarty, Shiv Khalsa steals it away, brings it back upfield, and he brings it up to Elias Eidenbenz. Pass all the way to the other side of the field, trying to get to it and cannot get to it. James Ito in that last game the Hilltoppers played against Taos. James Ito was extremely active, but this one now goes over the end line. So here Omar's going to line it up for another goal kick, and we have we have substitutions here. Let's see if I can pick these up. Coming into the ball game, I don't have his number. They probably brought up some JV players, and of course we don't. And here comes a perfect pass for Los Alamos, and that was coming in for at that time, and it looked like he had a great shot. But I mean, it was a perfect pass, but he goes wide, and that was the mystery player who just came in, number 25. Don't have a 25. And that happens every so often in these situations where Hilltoppers have already won the district, so they'll bring up junior varsity players, and then we don't get those on our roster. So anyway, so the Hilltoppers are now just playing with it there at midfield. Now pass down the right sideline. This one's going to go out of bounds. Moriarty will throw it in. So where are we in this ball game right now? We are in the 29th minute. Hilltoppers lead 2-0. And they throw in by Moriarty, picked off by Los Alamos. So right now it's been all Los Alamos. Kenny Lynn has, like I say, he had 53 saves on the season. And this is why it was only 53, because Moriarty hasn't taken a shot on goal yet. This is going to go over the end line. And let's see, who's it off of? It's going to be off of Los Alamos. So that'll make it a goal kick for Omar Hernandez. Once again, his goal kicks have all been very short, only coming down maybe luckily if he gets 30 yards. And this one, he just rolls over to one of his players over on the left side to bring it back to him. And so they kick it back to him, and of course he can't pick it up. He has to kick it. The ball took a little bounce. He had a lot of trouble getting his foot on that one. He finally does get it upfield. I'm not sure what the strategy was there. They rolled it over to one of the players on the right side, one of the fullbacks, who just turned around and kicked it right back to him. Now Moriarty coming down, and we're going to have a shot taken. So nice move that time for Pojoaque, and coming in for Pojoaque that time, and that was Mateo Nego. Boy, nice, beautiful shot. Right there was Kenny Lynn to suck it in, to pull it in, and now the pass up to Hinojosa goes over the end line. So we're in the 30th minute of this contest. Hilltoppers lead 2-0. We had a score in the 10th minute by Alex Livsku and another score by Stephen Boone in the 23rd minute. And we're setting up for another goal kick for Pojoaque. Omar Hernandez will make the kick. Another short kick that's going to be headed right back upfield by Los Alamos. Ballard coming down the right sideline. Moriarty just going to clear it out. So the Hilltoppers will have the throw in. So they give the ball to the mystery player, number 25. He throws it in, and there's a crossing pass and it goes over, and there's a battle for it. Cohen McCowan was right there, but now it's going to be stolen away, and there's another mystery player, another junior varsity player. And boy, I mean, I don't know how we missed that one coming in from the left side of the penalty, but left side of the goalie box almost. And open shot. I didn't see who made the shot, but I thought for sure it was in, but it goes wide right and over the end line. So it's another goal kick. So this is what this whole game is boiled down to, is the Hilltoppers just attacking. This Moriarty has taken one shot on goal in this contest, and Kenny Lynn right there to make the save. Kenny Lynn, by the way, is only a freshman. So he's a freshman goalkeeper, does a fantastic job. So he's going to be around for a while. And here we go. Another goal kick. And no, that's what right now, that seems to be what it's coming down to. Hilltoppers attack. So we have either a goal kick, a corner kick, or a goal. So anyway, here comes Omar. Nice kick this time. Picked up there by the Hilltoppers right by the midfield circle, but Moriarty steals it away. Moriarty's going to try to come down the right sideline, but they cannot get around James Ito. Ito, great job of dribbling, passes it back to Cohen McCowan. The pass comes across to the other side, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Hilltoppers. Is that pass they were trying to, McCowan was trying to get it over to the mystery player, number 24. I'm sorry I don't have his name. But so the Hilltoppers, so they bounce it in, lining up for the shot. Whoa! Left-footed kick. And he makes the kick, and then he goes down kind of on his hands. He knew he had a pretty good shot, and that was Lions that was Elias Eidenbenz with a left-footed kick, and he knew he had the goal, but he kicked it wide left. But if he just straightened that thing out, we'd be a 3-0 ball game right now. So the Hilltoppers are going back toward their own goal. Moriarty trying to catch up with them so they can get a hold of the ball. Hilltoppers now do bring it up, and then Moriarty is going to clear it back upfield. Hilltoppers will inbound it right at the flag, so right at midfield. They bounce it in, comes over onto the other side, and to Eric Fulmer, who's in the ball game right now for Ron Blue. Pass comes through everybody. Whoa. And I thought for a minute Elias Eidenberg was going to have another shot as they get the ball to him again. So twice it came to Elias. The first time I thought he was going to be able to shoot it, but they were there in time. Moriarty was there in time to keep him from doing that. But Hilltoppers brought it right back to Elias, but he couldn't do anything with it. So the Hilltoppers move it out. They bring it out now into the midfield circle, and they get it over to Lorenzo Delzano. Delzano is going to bring it over into the top of the penalty box, and it comes to Eidenbenz. So then they could clear it back. The pass now is going to be down. Well, they're trying to get it over to Ty Gartz. And it's and a little pass by Los Alamos, and then it's just, well, it's kind of blocked in a way, but it just kicked straight up in the air that time by Tilo Martinez. So the Hilltoppers bring it back once again. Everybody from Los Alamos is in Moriarty territory. The only person in the Hilltopper territory right now is Kenny Lynn, the goalie. So the Hilltoppers are bringing everybody up on the attack. Taylor Stanfield, nice boot down the right sideline. And this one is going to go out of bounds. We had a topper chasing it. We had a Moriarty player chasing it. They both were together. They kind of both headed the ball at the same time. So it's going to, and they're going to say it's off of the Moriarty. So the Hilltoppers have the corner kick. Jackson Boone in the corner. They fly over everybody. And then just trying to get a foot on it that time, but it just goes flying over the top of the goal. And then that young man, that was, no, I'm going to say a Barra Hatinga, but that is not a Barra. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Taylor Stanfield. What was Taylor doing all the way up there? He's one of the defenders, and now we have a violation against Los Alamos. Is going to be a direct kick, free kick for Pojoaque, and he boots it. Hilltoppers right there to try to cut it off. They come down, they kick it in the air. And that's Taylor Stanfield. So he just catches it in the air and kicks it as it comes down in the air. He doesn't even let it bounce, and he just kicks it, goes out of bounds. Moriarty with the throw in. Moriarty trying to come down that left sideline. They lose it. Quick throw in by Los Alamos. Hilltoppers bringing it up now to Colin McCowan. McCowan's going to bring it up right down. He knocks it right down the center of the field. Nobody back there for Los Alamos. Pojoaque easily clears it up. And now Hilltoppers pick it up at midfield, try to come down the right sideline, and it's booted out of bounds by Pojoaque. So the Hilltoppers coming over onto the pass over on the left side of James Ito. Ito doing a fantastic job of dribbling right now. He he tries to get the pass up to Colin McCowan, but he can't get it to him, and it goes out of bounds off of Colin out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick once again for Omar. I wonder how many goals. Omar has like 189 saves, I believe it is, something on that order. And let's see, and Los Alamos says like 53, but Omar, 189 saves. So you can see that he's been a busy guy this season back there in the goal for Moriarty. As we're in the right now, the clock is stopped at 38. That means we're unofficially in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Los Alamos leading 2-0. The Hilltoppers now are going to have a direct kick, and they are right now about almost 40 yards out from the goal and on the hash mark. Beautiful kick. Wow. What a kick, boy. And I mean, that was a beautiful kick that time by Lorenzo Delzano. And he just got a good play that time by Omar Hernandez. Hilltoppers on the attack once again. That's the way it's been here this entire first half. It's just been Hilltoppers attack. And so the ball right now is on the right side of the penalty box. So the Hilltoppers trying to keep it in, cannot. So here comes another goal kick. Like I say, it'd be interesting to see. He's got the 189 saves coming into this ball game. And like to be interesting to see how many goal kicks he's made this season, because he made a flurry of them here, that's for sure. So his kick is short. Let's see, what are they calling? Well, they're going to have him kick it over. Why, I don't know. So he makes the kick, they blow the whistle, and they roll the ball back to Omar and say, do it again. So Omar's ready. Short kick, picked up by Los Alamos. They bring it across the midline, and the Hilltoppers now trying to bring it down the left sideline and get it to Colin McCowan. McCowan really battling for it. He's just a junior, and so the ball comes down the left sideline out of bounds. So Moriarty will throw it in down. That'll be their right sideline, but the Hilltoppers steal it away once again. Goal comes over onto the right side, and shot taken, and I do believe that's good. Let's see what the ruling is here. But the mystery player, number 24, made the pass, and then I picked it up and right to Ty Gartz, and so Ty Gartz in the final in the 40th minute essentially makes a goal for Los Alamos to make it 3-0. Well, they haven't put up the goal, so I thought it was a goal, but maybe not. But it sure looked like a goal to me. And then they rolled it back out into the center circle, so I'm lost. Pass down the right sideline. This is going to go over to the right side of the penalty box, picked up there by Los Alamos coming in, the crossing pass. Boy, and there's a beautiful pass and a beautiful goal this time, and this one by Ty Gartz. And so let's see. So I've got him for 2 goals right now, but anyway, the scoreboard just says 3, so we'll have to go with that anyway. But Ty Gartz ended up picking in essentially the 40th minute, still ends up picking up the goal. A beautiful pass right to him, and he just whacked it in. So we'll go with that 3-0 ball game. Ty Gartz, I thought he had go short a goal, but he saved me. He came back and did score a goal. And these closing moments, and there are the closing moment. As we bring this to an end, it's 3-0 after one half of play here at Sullivan Field. The Hilltoppers in control against the Pojoaque Elks. 3-0 as the Hilltoppers scored. They started things off with Alex Livescu, and then he scored in the 10th minute. And then Stephen Boone with a really nice boot in the 23rd minute. And then Ty Gartz on the attack, which I thought he had already had a goal, but they say no. And then the Hilltoppers attack again. A perfect pass right to him from the left side of the goal, right in front of the goal, over to the left side. Perfect pass from the right side to the left side. And Ty just won. He was all set to go, and the sophomore put it in to make it 3-0. So that's where we stand right now. We're going to send it back to Charlene, and she's going to let you hear from our fine sponsors. And the nice thing about the YouTube channel is that we can video our sponsors, and we really do appreciate the support of our sponsors, and really do appreciate the Los Alamos Daily Post for making all this possible. So we'll be back in a little while for half number 2.
Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win. So go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public, as well as the playgrounds and facilities while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the safety and wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying, or whether it's a suspicious person on campus, or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today.
The New Mexico Ice Wolves are coming to Los Alamos for the Winter Classic this December versus their North American Hockey League rivals, the El Paso Rhino. The Los Alamos Winter Classic is 3 days of youth hockey games, December 9th through the 11th, culminating with the first ever NAHL outdoor hockey game in Los Alamos, and tickets are available now. For tickets to the game, please visit either website on screen or use our event QR code.
We want to see you at the Los Alamos Winter Classic.
So the team's now back out on the field to start things off for half number two. It's a It's a 40 on the clock, and then, of course, it's 2 40-minute halves. And of course, if there's extra time, the official time's kept on the field. So if there's like an injury or something, and they don't stop the clock up here, then the official will take care of that. So sometimes you have extra time. And so in the last 2 minutes, when they stop the clock, 2 minutes of each half, we just have to finally wait and see finally wait for the referee's whistle. But Los Alamos is going to kick off to start this second half. I don't know what the delay is. We're having some kind of a delay right now. Los Alamos is going to attack the east goal and defend the west goal. Omar Hernandez in the east goal for Pojoaque, looking right smack into the sun, and Kenny Lynn standing in a few shadows with the sun to the back of him. So Omar right now trying to shade that sun away from his eyes, and so he's going to be a kind of a disadvantage right now because that sun is in perfect position to shine right at him. Hilltoppers with the kickoff, and they bring it back into their own territory, and now they're on the attack, trying to get it to Tahi Nahosa over on the left side of the field, cleared out by Pojoaque. Quickly, Rocco Quintana picks it up for Los Alamos. He's going to make the throw in. And trying to stop it was Moriarty. Could not get to it. And so it's going to, let's see. Okay, they're going to call Los Alamos, I believe, for offsides. So I think they call Los Alamos for offside. So it's going to be a free kick for Pojoaque. Long kick down the field. Nobody back there for Pojoaque. It just rolls right to Kenny Lynn. Lynn will roll it over to the right side of the field, and the Hilltoppers trying to come up the left side of the field as they bring it now into midfield. So good job for Los Alamos, but finally there's a handball by Moriarty, not called, and so the Hilltoppers one major attack this time. So the Hilltoppers are being very, very aggressive. It's going to go over the end line as they were trying to get it up that time to Lenny Sibiatsky, but he couldn't get to it. So it's going to be, once again, a goal kick for Omar Hernandez. So Omar, his kick comes up once again, a short kick. Going to go out of bounds right at the substitution, right at the flag. Substitution flag's on the other side of the field. The other flag is right in front of us, so it's going to be a throw in right at midfield. He took the ball. Roman Enrique, he's only an 8th grader. He's going to make the throw, and he just kind of dropped the ball in front of his Moriarty player. Long pass down the left sideline. Liam Cunningham picking it up for Los Alamos. Rolls it over to trying to get it to the right side. We're going to call Los Alamos for offsides. What's interesting is that Roman Enrique, he's going to make the throw, and we had a player right in front of him. He just dropped the ball right in front of him, and the player he dropped it in front of just turned around and walked off. And then, of course, the official blows the whistle, and the official indicates to him that you're supposed to throw the ball over. It has to be an overhead throw. So he's just an 8th grader, so it might be his first throw. And there's a handball by Moriarty, not called once again. Abera Hitinga with it for Los Alamos. Long high kick. And so Jackson Boone trying to get a hold of it, gets it over to Shiv Kalsa. Kalsa rolls it back over to Taylor Stanfield. Stanfield will bring it back into Hilltopper territory, coming down the right sideline. And Moriarty trying to get to it, but the Hilltoppers get to it first. Moriarty then returns the kick. Nice header downfield by Moriarty. And boy, I mean, Caleb Roybal, Milwaukee, Los Alamos had a pretty good run going, and then the Moriarty cut it off. They got it up, put it up into the center circle where Caleb Roybal was, and he just headed it way upfield. So Caleb with it now for Pojoaque. Now it's stolen away by Los Alamos. And Alex Lipsku. Now we're going to have the ball is going to go out of bounds and going to be a throw in for Moriarty. 3-0 ball game. We are in the 45th minute of this contest. It's been all Los Alamos. And here come Los Alamos again, trying to get the pass. They were trying to get it over to Tahina. Intercepted by Moriarty, and now Shiv Khalsa battling for it with one of the Moriarty players, wins the battle, kicks it over to the right sideline, comes down to the right sideline to Lorenzo Delzano. Delzano with a crossing pass and blocked by Moriarty, and then Moriarty is able to get it out, but it comes right to the top of the penalty box to Hinojosa. Hinojosa over to Alex Lipsku, and now coming in, boy, Stephen Boone. Whoa, he had it. Stephen Boone had it. Leading scorer for Los Alamos. Hinojosa got a perfect pass to him, and he was coming in from the right side to the left side. As he cut around, he tried to boot it with his left foot, and the right side of the goal was completely open, and he missed it, which is kind of unusual. He's the leading scorer. He got 14 goals on the season, but well, he had a golden opportunity on that one. Not able to pull it off. So right now, we are in the 47th minute of this contest. And the Hilltoppers been attacking the entire ball game. Hinojosa takes a shot, boy, and saved by Omar Hernandez. He had to dive. It was coming right at the left goalpost. So Omar makes a big dive and then knocks it over the end line. That's going to be another goal kick for Los Alamos, and Jackson Boone goes over into the corner for Los Alamos. And it flies. This one's a header attempt by Los Alamos. And that goes over the top of the goal. And that was Alex Lipsku with the header attempt. But that's going to make it another goal kick for Omar. Omar's that old right foot of his, right leg of his is going to be pretty sore by the time this game is over. I don't know how many times he's had to put that thing down and kick it. So I'm not sure what we're calling here. The linesman, well, whatever it is, the linesman on the right side of the field. So they're calling Los Alamos for something. Oh, okay. Oh, they're calling. And my spotter, Debbie Katko here, informs me that yes, it was Rocco Quintana, and who ran into one of the Moriarty players, and so he's called for that. That's that violation, and so that ended up giving Moriarty the free kick, and I mean Moriarty, Pojoaque. It is Pojoaque. So Pojoaque on the attack. Had a pretty good run going, but not able to sustain it. Comes into the center circle, and here comes Stephen Boone for Los Alamos. Pass down the right sideline, trying to get it to Lorenzo Delzano. Delzano comes to the right side of the penalty box. Crossing pass over to Hinojosa. Hinojosa trying to get control and trying to get it in, but he cannot. And it's going to go over the end line. It's going to be a goal kick for Moriarty. But so had a pretty good attack that time by Los Alamos, but not able to finish. But it's right now, it's a 3-0 ball game. And we are in the 49th minute of this contest. And whoa, are those all substitutions? Yeah, so we had Ty Guards come back in the ballgame. He had scored a goal already. We had about 4 or 5 substitutions come in. So the ball now comes out to Elias Eidenbence. Eidenbence, they're going to bring it over on the left side to Alex Livsku to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa passed to the right side, Lorenzo Delzano. Delzano tries to take the shot, blocked over the end line. So here goes Jackson Boone. Is that going to be Jackson? No, not Jackson this time. They're going to let Lorenzo Delzano do the honors. Going to be a left-footed kick. Brings it into the pack. Header attempt by Los Alamos. And one of the more hardy players trying to get his foot on it. It bounces up to Omar Hernandez, and he almost kicked it out of Omar's hands. Long kick. Keeps taking bounces. And almost there, Caleb Roybal coming in for Moriarty, but he was the only one, but the ball just kept bouncing and bouncing. Los Alamos was trying to get control. They couldn't, but Caleb was there every step of the way. So the Hilltoppers get the kick. It's going to go out to Shiv Khalsa. James Ito brings it up right now. Here comes Ty Gartz again. This one's going to be knocked over the end line. So Ty, who I thought made a goal right at the end of the half, they said, and it turned out no. I'm not sure why he was disallowed, but anyway, it didn't take him very long. About 30 seconds later, he got set up there again, and this time he scored. So so it's going to be Lorenzo Delzano taking the corner kick. All he does is just boot it forward, and so the Hilltoppers on these corner kicks, a lot of them, they haven't been actually doing the corner kick. They just send 2 people over in the corner, and then whoever is doing the actual kick, he just taps it over to the other player, and then what they try to do is either pass it back and forth to each other or try to get it to an open player. So they just try to keep control of it. So Shiv Khalsa brings it over on the left side to see what they're calling. Let's see. They brought it over to James Ito. Oh, okay. Okay, and it's lost over the end line. Lorenzo Delzano, once again, over in that corner, this time on the left side of the field, flies over the top of the pack, goes by over everybody. Hilltoppers chasing it down. It comes all the way back to midfield. And Shiv Khalsa picks it up for Los Alamos. Still with it. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Khalsa. It's going to be a throw in for Moriarty. Moriarty throws it in down the left sideline. Hilltoppers pick it up. Trying to make a crossing pass, intercepted by Moriarty and by Pojoaque. Wow, mighty. Pojoaque. James Ito with it. Beautiful move by Ito. Brings it over to Shiv Khalsa, but it's going to come back all the way back up to Colin McCallum. McCallum now playing a defender for Ron Blue. And let's see, we've got a something called against Moriarty. The Hilltoppers are going to get a free kick. Pojoaque is going to get a free kick. Oh, I'm stuck on Moriarty all of a sudden. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, it's Pojoaque. Anyway, so the free kick that comes right to Hernandez. He's trying to get to it, and Hilltoppers are going to pop it in. He couldn't pick it up, and that was Shiv Khalsa. So the Hilltoppers had the free kick. They brought it down. It was a good hard kick, and it came right to Hernandez. And Omar tried to get a hold of it. He couldn't. He dropped it in front of him, and then he couldn't get to it to pick it up. Hilltoppers then on the attack, and then Shiv Khalsa came in and finished it up for Los Alamos. And so right now that's going to be, Khalsa. Let's see, that score comes in the 55th minute. The Hilltoppers now lead 4-0 against Pojoaque. Pass to James Ito. Ito trying to come down the left sideline. And he loses it out of bounds. So we have a throw in for the Elks. And they're about 20 yards up from the flag in their own deep in their own territory. Hilltoppers get James Ito comes with it, picks it up. Ito's going to bring it over into the field, center field, in the middle of the field. Now they bring it back all the way back into the center circle, bringing it back to James Ito. Ito, he passes it down the left sideline. They pass it right back to him. He's trying to come down that left sideline. Actually, he's running away from it's actually the right. And it goes out of bounds, but now we're going to have they call the violation. Caleb Roybal just kind of throws his arms up like, I didn't do anything. So now they're stopping play again. Now they're going to give I don't know what's going on, but they're going to okay, they're just going to simply say it went out of bounds off of Los Alamos. But the ball was already way down the field by then. Hilltoppers trying to head it. It's right at the midfield. There's going to be a throw in down the right sideline for Victor Aravalo. There's Caleb Roybal. He boots it through, and they're coming through everybody and taking the shot and the score, and that was Mateo Nagel. So Moriarty did a great job of passing it up to Mateo, and then he just took off. He just blew by everybody, and then he had a one-on-one with Kenny Lynn, the goalie for Los Alamos, and Kenny didn't have a chance. So Mateo Nagel picks up the score, and that is in the 57th minute. And so Mateo gets the score for Pojoaque, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. But that was a nice attack by Moriarty as they brought it up in a hurry, and then were able to get it up to Mateo, and then Mateo was able to just do the rest all by himself. There's a through ball almost. It almost came through to James Ito. Hilltoppers intercepted it. Ito trying to go for it once again. There's a battle between Ito and one of the Pojoaque players. It's like they're right in the middle. It's like they're all playing hacky sack or something. So the ball now is going to be it's going to be a goal kick for Omar Hernandez. Nice kick this time. Comes right to Caleb Roybal. Roybal kind of boots it back upfield, and the Hilltoppers pick it up to get it over now to Elias Eidenbenz. Eidenbenz was trying to make a move toward inside the penalty box. The ball is cleared out, and so it goes over the end line off of Pojoaque. And so here comes Lorenzo Delzano. So Delzano, left-footed kick. And this one's goes all the way to the other side of the penalty box and out of bounds off of Moriarty. Hilltoppers will inbound it. They're about 20 yards up from the flag on the right side of the field. They bring it inside. Shiv Khalsa dribbling with it for Los Alamos. Dribbles, trying to get it through a triple team, which he was able to just scoot it through them, but then Los Alamos not able to do anything with it. Caleb Roybal with another header downfield, and Moriarty is going to try to boot it back up. It's going to be, but they're going to give the ball now to Eric Fulmer, and Fulmer will make this throw in for Los Alamos. Fulmer now kicks it down the left sideline to James Ito. Comes back to Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa's he is everywhere so far in this half. Comes out on top now to Esteban Wright. Esteban loses it, but it's going to go over to the right side of the field. Moriarty, nice kick downfield, but there's nobody down there. Only Kenny Lynn for Pojoaque. So Kenny Lynn, he just rolls it out, and Hilltoppers. So here come the Hilltoppers to get something going. Well, they thought they're going to make the pass to James Ito. Coming down the left side, he was wide open. Still trying to get it now, and it comes to Liam Cunningham. Cunningham will bring it over to the right side of the field, Hilltoppers. Now they're just going from one side of the field to the other. But yeah, we don't have a 24 or a 25. Well, yeah, I don't have him. I think he's a junior varsity player, and they probably brought him up. And then when they do that, we missed that on the roster. So the ball comes now, and to Elias Eidenbens. I thought he was going to have a shot. We have a couple of players go down. Let's see what he's going to call. James Ito went down, and he got tangled up that time with Nicholas Rodriguez, and they're going to call Nicholas for the bad guy, being the bad guy. And so here comes Lorenzo Delzano. He's going to have the free kick, left-footed kick, takes it over to the left side of the penalty box. And a shot from the left side is going to go hit the goal. I think that was Ty Gartz that hit that. Let's see. But anyway, it actually went behind the goal on the right side. So it's another goal kick for Omar. Omar brings it up. Oh, okay. Debbie told me it's another mystery player, number 25. So Hilltoppers with it to Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa, he's going to roll it back. And they're going to bring it down the right sideline. Liam Cunningham gets it over to number 25. Sorry, I don't have that. Don't have that on the roster, but it's going to be a throw-in for Moriarty. Benjamin Duran will make the throw-in. Down the left sideline, picked up. So this second half has been all Los Alamos except for that breakthrough by Mateo Nagel, who just came roaring down the middle of the field, roared by everybody, and ended up one-on-one with Kenny Lynn for the only Moriarty goal. Other than that, it's just been nothing but the Hilltoppers attacking. High kick is going to take a high bounce in the penalty box and bounce right to Omar. So Hernandez now, he's going to come all the way out to the nice kick downfield. I don't know. a lot of that didn't look legal. I don't know if Caleb Royval was a big husky kid, and I don't know. He was kind of tangled up with one of the Hilltoppers, but I thought they would call something in that mess. Anyway, Moriarty will throw it in. Pojoaque will throw it in. I'm stuck on Moriarty. I don't understand that. So comes to James Ito. Ito down the left sideline. And he's trying to get it to Ty Gartz. Gartz down the left side of the penalty box, still with it. Now he's going to bring it out on top as he. Bad Hilltoppers thought they had something going, but there's a Barra Hatinga trying to get to it for Los Alamos. He cannot. And it's headed back upfield. Nice header back upfield for Los Alamos that time by Eric Fulmer. So Fulmer doing a good job back there as he bangs it back upfield. It goes out of bounds off of Moriarty. The Hilltoppers will inbound it, and they're about 15 yards deep into Pojoaque territory. We're got a substitution here. James Ito will go out of the ball game, and then coming in for him is Rocco Quintana. So a lot of new players out there that we normally don't see a whole lot of. Comes over now to Rocco Quintana. Quintana makes a great move. Nice crossing pass. That boy right there, Rocco Quintana. And then he boots one. I mean, he booted it. That's going to go out of bounds. That was a sky ball, all right. So, going to come up over once again to Rocco Quintana. Well, beautiful tackle that time. And as Rocco gets dumped, it looked like an awfully good tackle that time from Nicholas Rodriguez. So I'm not sure what they're calling here. But it was a legal tackle, and now the official's over there talking to him. Let's see, wasn't Nicholas? No, it was John Apodaca, they're saying. So they're calling it an illegal tackle. It looked good to me. But illegal tackle, so the Hilltoppers are going to have the ball just a few yards up from the end line and just outside the penalty box on the left side, and they're going to get a free kick. And Lorenzo Delzano is going to make that kick. So Delzano, header attempt by Los Alamos, comes right back to Lozano, and then Lorenzo loses it over the end line. So he I thought he might just drill it into the pack, but he put it pretty high over and went to the other side of the pack. Then they tried to head it back in, and so then Ty Gartz headed it back, and then it came back to Lorenzo, who lost it out of bounds. So there's the goal kick, and Rocco Quintana trying to save it from going out of bounds. It's interesting in soccer because, like in basketball or whatever, if the ball hits the line, it's out of bounds. But in soccer, the entire ball has to be out of bounds. So if any part of the ball is on the line, it's still in bounds. Comes now to a Barra Hatinga, and we have a topper. Rocco Quintana now is down. And I'm not sure, I didn't see what happened. It was away from the ball. But, so anyway, here comes the Ron Blue out to come and check on Rocco. And then So I did not see what happened. He just suddenly the ball was only quite a ways away from him, and then all of a sudden everything slowed down and looked back, and there was Rocco, and he's up. He's not putting any weight at all on his left foot. So he might have twisted his ankle, and he's pretty much limping off. He's getting helped off, of course. Anyway, so the referee with the ball, and he wants to talk something over with the sideline official. This should be essentially just like a jump ball in essence, to see who they're going to. Well, I think if Los Alamos, for instance, if they had the ball and they stopped play, then I think what they do is sometimes they just put the ball down. Sometimes they just have them standing, and then they just drop the ball in front of him. So I don't know, but they're still talking it over. So now it looks like the line official and the referee, the field referee, are both heading to the other sideline, from the left sideline to the right sideline, and talk things over with somebody out there. And so discussing things now with Ron Blue. And I don't know what the discussion here is. A lot of finger pointing toward the field. Ron Blue is like, he just puts both hands up in front of him like, I give up. So whatever the ruling is. And so here, leisurely walking back across the field, the two officials. Finally, the line official finally trotting back to his position, and so after they just essentially, well, the referee just drops the ball down in front of Abera Hatinga, and Abera just kicks it upfield. I don't know what all that was about. So where are we in this thing? We're in the 70th minute. So we're in the final 10 minutes of this contest. So it comes right now to Tai Hinojosa. He's back into the ball game for Los Alamos. They're going to bring it down the left sideline, the pass. And they bring it to get it to Ty Gartz, and then Gartz just boots it over quickly to Esteban Wright. Right on the other side to Tai Hinojosa. Hinojosa, boy, beautiful centering pass. The Hilltopper could not get a foot on it, but so it rolls right to this time to Esteban Wright. And now Abera Hatinga with it for the Hilltoppers, and coming in a hurry. And Abera, I think, Abera gets the score. I don't know how in the world he did that, but you got a pass from Ty Gartz, and which way is it? It was Abera. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I thought it was Abera Abera came in. I thought he was the one that made the kick, but Debbie says, no, that's not the way it went. It was that Abera came in and then booted it over to Ty Gartz, and Gartz put it in, and that's the second goal of this ball game for Ty Gartz. And so Ty picks up his second goal, and this will be a throw by Moriarty kickoff at this point. But that one coming in the 71st minute for and so Pojoaque with the kickoff, and Ty he got a goal in the 40th minute. Now he gets one here in the 71st minute, and the Hilltoppers now lead by a score of 5-1 over Pojoaque. Ball comes now to Kenny Lynn. He just rolls it out over to Abera Hatinga. Hatinga, who was all the way down there on the shot, had a nice assist on that one over to Ty Gartz. Now the Hilltoppers coming again on the attack once again. Bringing it all the way over to the right side, and then trying to make the turn, Lenny Siviotsky. And there's a boot by Los Alamos that hits the crossbar on top. And I'm not sure. See, we're trying to pick up the number on that. It might have been Jackson Boone who made that shot, but it hit the top crossbar. So that makes it a goal kick pass. Whoa, they had a nice pass to Ty Hinojosa, which was intercepted. Now it's going to come to Ty. Ty comes off, it hits the side of his foot, and then it bounced right over to Stephen Boone. Boone, the leading scorer for Los Alamos, he has 14 goals on the season. And let's see, right now it's I think Alex Livsku, he had 10, and of course Alex picked up that goal, so he has 11 goals on the season. And let's see, the ball. Oh, okay. They're saying the ball off of Los Alamos over the end line to give Omar Hernandez the goal kick. Abera Hatinga trying to get to it for Los Alamos. Comes to Caleb Roybal of Pojoaque. They steal it away from Caleb, and now Stephen Boone with it for the Hilltoppers. And Boone trying to make a move, but the ball, he has his pocket pick. Comes to Abera Hatinga. Hatinga has the ball stolen away from him and then booted back upfield. Long kick comes down to James Ito. Ito trying to come in, and Ito goes flying over the goal. So Ito, the Ty Hinojosa, coming in for Los Alamos, and tried to make the turn. The ball was going to the left side of the goal, and Omar Hernandez came out and dove on it, and at the same time, so he dove on it just as Ty was trying to get to it, and so Ty end up rolling over the top of him. But they just said no harm, no foul. He's going to let Omar with the booted up field, and picked up by the Hilltoppers once again, and Lenny Siviotsky over on the right side. They were trying to get the pass into the penalty box where Stephen Boone was setting up right in front of the goalie box. But high kick cleared out. And there was a header attempt by Los Alamos. And boy, that was Alex Livsku, and that was a good one. I thought for sure he had that. It was beautiful header attempt, and it goes over the top of the goal. And they're going to say that Omar Hernandez got a finger on it. That might be why it went over the top of the goal. So we're going to have a corner kick, and Jackson Boone going to make the kick. And this is going to go into the pack and then off of Los Alamos over the end line. So here comes Omar Hernandez once again to make a goal kick. I got something on that one. His goal kicks had been kind of short, but at first, but they have now picked up. Comes over now to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa dribbling toward the middle of the field. Nice pass upfield. Comes and comes right to Liam Cunningham, and Cunningham puts it in for Los Alamos. So Ty Hinojosa with a perfect pass to Liam, and then Liam just let it fly and popped it right back into the goal. So Liam Cunningham picks up the 6th goal of the game for Los Alamos, and that is in the 76th minute. So that should be, let's say the scoreboard says 5-1. It should be 6-1, I do believe. Yeah, 6-1. So So here come the Hilltoppers now as we're getting into the fun. Ooh, had a through ball, and boy, Ty Hinojosa was right there as he came charging forward trying to get that, but he couldn't get to it before Omar Hernandez, the goalie, got it. Now they're just going to, well, let's see. We're going to have it's going to be a free kick right now for Pojoaque. And Noah Gallegos will make the kick as he rolls the ball right up to, puts it right on the 50-yard line. And essentially right on the hash marks for the football field. Kick comes in the top of the penalty box, cleared out by Los Alamos, picked up there by Stephen Boone. Boone now will break it up. The long pass comes up to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa trying to get to it, but coming out and scooping the ball up is Omar, the goalie. And then Omar quickly boots it upfield. Nobody there for Pojoaque or anybody. He just boots it up in the field, went over toward the left side of the field and his left, and it just goes out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers will make the throw in. And so now it's just going to, well, they're going to give order to Pojoaque, and Pojoaque will make the throw in. Caleb Roybal, he's not afraid of contact, I guarantee you. The pass is intercepted by Los Alamos, Alex Livskew. Livskew still with it for Los Alamos. And then he's going to bring it out to Jackson Boone. Boone will boot it back to one of his fullbacks, and Talon Stanfield. So Talon will bring it up, try to get it up for Los Alamos, coming down that right sideline. And Abera Hatinga. Let's see. Okay. So Moriarty now on the attack. And that was Eric Fulmer back there for Los Alamos is going to come. And finally, the Hilltoppers finally get control and start bringing it up the field. So the ball is out of bounds. Moriarty will throw it in deep in their own territory. Pojoaque will throw it in deep in their own territory. They're going to bring it up. Then Omar Hernandez battling for it as he had right there was Liam Cunningham trying to get to it again, but Hernandez wins the battle. Caleb Roybal boots it upfield. Hilltoppers intercepted. Now coming down the field for the Hilltoppers is Alex Livskew. Livskew is going to bring it up to Liam Cunningham and back to, and there's a hard shot that time, and Alex Livskew. Yes, Alex Livskew came flying through, and let's see, and that, okay, in the 78th minute. So we're in right now, it's a 7-1 ball game, and so we're in the final 2 minutes, unofficially in the final 2 minutes of this contest. And boy, and there's the whistle. So we got down into a hurry. So Alex is scoring in probably the 80th minute, close to the 80th minute, but it was in the final 2 minutes unofficially. But the side's kind of surprising me because we had a couple of injuries, so I thought we would have some added time on, but apparently not. So Anyway, so the Toppers win this ball game by a score of 7-1. And he started things off as with that was Alex Lipsku started things off with a goal in the 10th minute, and then he was followed by a nice goal by Stephen Boone, who kind of set himself up right in front of the goalie box, got the pass, just kicked it in, and that was in the 23rd minute, and that made it to 2-0, and then let's see, we got up into the 40th minute, and Ty Gartz scoring right before the whistle in the 40th minute, and that gave the Hilltoppers 3-0 ball game. Ty Gartz came back in the 71st minute to score again. That's where his second goal of the contest. Alex Lipsku also came back to score in the final minutes, probably the final minute of this contest. So he ended up with 2 goals, and then Liam Cunningham had a great move as he got a really great pass from Vera Hatinga, and then Liam Cunningham put it in for the goal, and then Shiv Khalsa picked one up in the 55th minute, and so the Hilltoppers win this ball game 7-1 as Mateo Nagel for Pojoaque came charging through, and he just coming down almost like a fast break as he just busted loose as he crossed midfield, and the Hilltoppers just weren't in position. So he just kept on going, and he just came roaring right down the middle of the field right at Kenny Lynn. And Kenny couldn't do anything at all, but just watch him. And that happened in the 57th minute as Mateo Nagel made that goal for Pojoaque. I apologize for how many times I said Moriarty. I don't know why Moriarty was on my brain here, but I apologize for that. That should not happen. But sometimes it does, but it happened certainly more than it should have today. So try to watch that. But anyway, so the final score 7-1, and Hilltopper, that's going to end their. Well, that's the end of the district season for the Hilltoppers. As the Hilltoppers now, they will go to. See, I think it's.
I know, but sometimes you just got.
So the Hilltoppers now go to 13, 4-1, and 6-0 in district play, and Moriarty goes to 3-12 and 3. And they are 0-5-1 in district play. So this ends the district play for Los Alamos, and I do believe the Hilltopper boys have one more soccer game on Saturday against, I do believe, it's Sandia Prep. And right now the Hilltopper girls are going to come out, and they're going to face Pojoaque, and this should be an easy game for the Pojoaque girl, for the Los Alamos girls also, and they should be in complete control of this ball game, I would expect. But that's going to do it for us. So I want to thank Debbie Katko for spotting for me, and Charlene McHale back doing all at the board and doing the commercials and all that kind of stuff, and keeping us on track. And for John McHale and Nate Limback, and also especially for our sponsors. We really appreciate their support, and especially also for Carol Clark of the Daily Post, who's made all this possible. So thank you, Carol, for letting us do this. So this is Gene Mortensen. So and don't forget, tomorrow night, going to be the Hilltopper football going for the district championship against the Valley Vikings, as the Valley Vikings come here to Los Alamos. And that football game will start at 7:00 tomorrow night. But it is a big one. The Hilltoppers coming off a big win against Manzano, 57-12, and a dramatic win against Bernalillo. But tomorrow it's going to be a battle royal here, hopefully. And the Hilltoppers can win that one. They essentially would tie up the district, essentially. There's still a possibility they might have to, if they did win this one, the possibility they might have to beat Del Norte, who's also struggling. So anyway, they're both are 0-8 right now, Mazzano and Del Norte. So Los Alamos, if they win that ball game tomorrow night, that should be pretty much it. But we'll see what happens. We'll be there to bring you that ball game. So final score 7-1. So have a great tomorrow, and you can make an even better Friday. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin, but the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And so, sweetie pie, I love you and I miss you. And it was all the toppers today, honey.